Okay. Alright. Cool. So if it just cuts off, we'll just keep going. Whoop-de-doo. So last time, it was quite a long game, if I remember correctly. You guys were still on Vostok, and it was with the new characters. Thad, you were kind of on the run after getting out of the Ring of Infinite Souls. You were on the run with Koshka after Ben had slowly turned into, well, not turned into, but was possessed by the Grinning Man. After that, Gruntillan tried to capture him in the magical aura sphere to let you guys escape. I don't know what's going on with the audio. After that, you guys took out running into the woods, headed towards Lycanthro Pass, where you guys encountered Maya with her pup that is to be named eventually. You guys went on in through the night to make it to Lycanthro Pass, where they were having the pack meet, where you guys got to meet all of the leaders of the different tribes. That is where Pelunk was summoned, and you guys eavesdropped on a conversation between Pelunk and Koshka. You guys learned that he is kind of on a little revenge quest, and he is trying to find a certain someone, and I think you guys probably know by now who that probably is. But he is sort of leading you guys along, and now you all are on your way back to Sinfall. Do we remember why? This is a pop quiz.
To look for something.
Well, you are wanting to go to Hodel because you want to try to get your undead army that you forgot to ask before you left. You forgot to ask Giovanni on how to call upon that power. And Maya is currently just tagging along because she is researching, unless you have any other thing that you'd like to add to that, Jess.
No, not yet.
Okay. All right. So
she has her reasons.
Yeah. So you guys went back to Ristula, where you guys met up with a new ship captain, Dilly, on his boat, and went all the way back to Sinfall, where you were to meet with Lady Elowen. You guys had your meeting in the council room where y'all met some characters from old times, and Koshka had his own reasons and as to why he gave Lady Elowen back Thalian's sword, and he promised to tell all with a dinner date with the Queen. And that's pretty much where we ended the last go around. So we're going to start off with Thad and Maya. You guys are still being escorted. We'll say we're being escorted out by Rasfalum. He is taking you all down Main Street towards the end where Tiffin's pub is. Is there anything that y'all would like to ask or do while you guys are walking?
I think right now I'm just observing and kind of getting a feel for the place.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. So you guys are walking. It's getting later in the evening. It's not extremely late. We'll say it's like between 7 and 8 o'clock at night. There's still a few people out. You can see that down towards the end of Main Street on the right where Tiffin's pub is, or where you think you're going. On the other side of that, there seems to be a lot of light illuminating from the other side. It doesn't seem magical. It seems more like there's a lot of torches around, and there seems to be a small gathering.
Where was this? I missed the first part.
It's on the other side of Tiffin's pub. So it's still inside the city walls, but there seems to be a large gathering gathering around outside of Tiffin's pub.
Weird.
Okay.
I'll approach.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me minimize this real quick. All right, so you guys walk around the corner where you see many people gathered about. You see I don't think either one of y'all would have seen, probably not, a middle-aged elf, wood elf, who is standing near this large pile of wood with, like I said, a huge crowd. I'd say 30 to 40 people gathered around the pyre. As you see a body that's on top of it, and it looks female. Rassilum at this point has come up behind you, and he kind of puts his hand on both his y'all's shoulders. Do not speak. A funeral. And so you see Tiffin is the wood elf that is near the pyre. He places a torch on there that has already been coated, and it goes up in a blaze. And you see him go back, and he is wiping some tears off his face. Where quickly thereafter, as the pyre is going on, I think I have, yeah. I don't know how to, hold on, taking out a game for just a second, how to share sound. Can you guys hear that? Probably not, right?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if you can through Skype. I'm not sure.
No, I've been doing it, but
Oh, yeah, you have. I don't know. That's weird.
I don't know how to share it anymore.
Could it be in your options, maybe? I'm not sure. I haven't taken a look around the new layout.
I see screen sharing options, stop sharing. It used to be with that, but when I go to set...
Yeah, how can we have our proper ambience?
Yeah, I know. I had a bunch of... There's test audio. I had a bunch of ambience going, like playing tonight.
Oh.
Maybe, no. Recording. Someone Google it real quick while I continue. Oh, darn it.
While we're out of game, am I attending my own funeral right now?
You are.
God damn it.
How to share sound. Nope, that's not it. I'm gonna quickly Google search this, and then if I can't find it within a couple seconds, I'm gonna give up.
Ryan. These videos to do right, cable input default the headphones, and so that's how we.
That's not how you do it.
Hello.
Says click the audio settings tab, click the drop down next to microphone and select stereo mix from available options. Click save to apply the changes. Once saved, all audio on your computer, including that of your microphone and open applications, will be audible to anyone you're communicating with.
Wait a minute, okay. Start all the way over.
Click the audio settings tab.
I don't see a...
Yeah, I don't think there is anymore.
Yeah, there's like the whole... see audio and... Let me just go to settings. Maybe... Got audio and video. Alright, what's the next step maybe? Could try.
The next step says to click the drop down next to microphone and select stereo mix.
I don't have that in there, so I could try to...
While you're figuring this out, it might get noisy on my end for a minute while I adjust on the couch.
Okay. Let me open this up real quick. I can enable that maybe. And then see what pops up now. Stereo mix? Alright.
Yes.
Alright, let me do a test. Can you guys hear... If I was to play this, can you guys hear that? No? I'm guessing not. That was just a tavern ambience. Here's some battle music. Can you guys hear this? No? I'm guessing you guys can't hear any of that. Still no? Can you guys hear me at all? Alright, when I turn it on the stereo mix under the microphone, you guys can't hear me at all.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, it got really quiet.
Yeah. So I don't think that's... And if I do speakers, you guys wouldn't be able to hear me either. I wish there was a way I could go back to the old layout. Bless you.
Thank you.
Alright, what does it say after you switch it to the thingamajig, Nate?
It just says to save, but I'm looking at some other things.
It's so weird. I don't see anything. General audio. Huh. It used to be under like the sharing tab. Like if you hit the share, it would be like share screen and audio. No, it's not. Maybe I could try... It's weird. Freaking Skype. Oh, wrong button. Took a Snapchat of darkness.
Very dark ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yep.
Do you
Did
hear
you do
any
a thing where we
music?
couldn't hear you for a while?
you. No music.
Nope.
Ah, crap. Alright, got it. I think
Was it like an easy fix?
hold on. See if you guys can hear this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, whenever
Is it a
you...
crowd talking?
Do what? Yeah, it's a crowd
Is
talking.
it- Okay.
Yeah, whenever you do the share screen thing, it's a little switch up under which display you want to pick, and you have to turn that on, and I didn't see that.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm a dum-dum. Alright, so, you guys are watching a moon elf girl basically being burned for the past, what, how long have we been doing this, 10 minutes? So most of the crowd has dispersed at this point. You guys did see a majority of them did go into Tiffin's pub. So Roswellum is there. You guys are still there. What would you guys like to do?
I guess go into the pub.
Yeah.
Okay. Close that out. Alright, so you guys go into the pub. Now I get to play that little ambience there, where there's quite a few people walking around. You don't see that wood elf that was shedding a tear anywhere at the moment. There seems to be a few women at the bar that are serving a lot of the patrons that are coming in. Seems to be a lively bunch. They're just trying to get on with their day. So there's a lot of food being prepped. The usual case at any inn. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to go sit at a table.
Okay.
Sure, I'll join him.
All right. So Roswellum follows you guys and sits down, where a wood elf girl looks to be relatively young and kind of a rather risque dress walks over, and she's like, "Can I take your order?"
I will have something bloody.
She's kind of taken back. Roswellum, like, she looks at him and, "It's for. What? I'm sorry, sir. Say it again."
Something bloody.
And she just writes that down on her little notepad there. Ma'am,
Just a nail and whatever you think is good.
Okay. For you, Ross? Just a nail. And she writes that down. And she bows and goes on off. Thad, try not to scare everyone.
I did nothing.
No. I get it. I'm a dragonborn. I get it. I get it. Do you interact much with people?
No, not really.
That was my guess. Now, if you're going to be in civilization, most people will be taken back by the veil, and I've seen what's underneath. I'm not sure what you should do.
It's so hard sometimes, you know.
I know. And by this, you guys are talking. The young female comes back. Maya, she has brought you some freshly prepared beef stew. Thad, you have a piece of raw beef. And
That's great.
yeah, Rosfalum has an ale. Here you are. Is everything...
Ooh, yummy. I'll take it and just bite into it.
That'll be fine. That'll be fine. And so she just kind of wanders off. No. I'll try to talk with Tiff and have you guys a room prepared to stay for a night. That'll be on us. But I wanted to propose something that possibly you all could take care of, or at least look into.
Like
We're
what?
listening.
Well,
Sorry.
oh damn dogs are outside.
There's deer outside. I'm gonna mute for a minute.
Okay.
Hey, what's up? Never mind. It's not deer.
It's beer?
I thought there were deer outside, and that's why the dogs were barking.
Hi, Simon.
That's not Simon. These are my D&D buddies.
Oh, hi, D&D buddies. Real D&D.
What's up?
Hello there.
This is our friend Josh. He helps Ruth take care of the house.
Am I... okay, yeah.
You're tiny
Oh,
up there.
shit. Malafor?
Yeah.
That's a badass map. What do y'all use to make that map?
I drew it.
Druid?
He drew it.
I drew
Oh,
it.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
way better than my map.
Hang
Josh
on.
is starting up his own campaign that we're gonna do in the winter at some
Oh,
point.
okay.
At some point. Sometime in December.
Okay.
It's winter themed, so...
Gotcha.
All right, well, y'all keep on D&Ding. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. The dogs just scared the shit out of me.
I know. Gonna give Roswell a heart attack.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yes. So yeah, the proposition. So Roswell kind of leans in. He goes, "Well, there have been a few shipments going to and from Eramalora and Nevlum that have been taken out, we believe, by bandits. Now, I have put a few men on this, but I would like to propose that possibly you guys look into it as well.
Look into it how?
By taking whoever's behind this out.
Sounds lovely.
Rasmus says, I thought you would enjoy that. Whatever is left behind of the bandits is of course yours to do with whatever you want. No, you see a few people, Maya, as he laughs and eats raw beef. There's a few people that have taken notice, and they're just like really awkwardly staring at him as they
So I'm
slowly.
gonna nudge the dog so that he growls at them.
Okay, yeah, they go, "Huh," and they turn around, spilling a little ale on them, and it's kind of going back to just talking and trying to not notice.
And then I'm gonna slip him a piece of the beef.
Just wags his tail a bit. Um, so Roswellum says, perhaps in the morning you could meet up with Garvett and Thane outside of the city walls. They have a farm there. They're the ones most affected by this.
I haven't
Very
heard these in a
well.
while.
But try not to scare them. They're good folk.
I will try.
I'll keep an eye on him.
Very well. I'll go talk to Tiffin. You guys enjoy yourselves. So he gets up and puts his chair back, kind of downs his ale, and walks towards a back room that's back behind the counter, where he just kind of disappears into the back. What would you guys like to do or talk about?
I'm gonna sit there and eat my beef stew.
Okay.
And kind of keep an eye out and get a feel for the kind of people in the bar.
All right, just do. I don't want to do a spot. Or is there anything in particular you're looking for, or just a general?
Just a general, see if there's anybody interesting that kind of stands out.
All right, let's do just a spot then.
Okie dokie. Oh. I'm so slow on the online ones. So it's a 15.
The 15, like I said, there is quite a few people in here tonight. Most of the people that came from the pyre came in. A lot of men seem to be prior admirers, I guess you'd say. So just sort of assortment of just humans and elves mostly. There's very, very few dwarves that are in here. Maybe one or two orcs. There's nobody in particular that really stands out at this moment, except for one little gnome that has been across the inn, that is in very fine linens. It looks very decorative. He has rings on almost every finger, and has a very nice, I don't know what you call those little, like kind of French hats.
Oh.
He's got one of those on. It's got a feather in it. But he's sitting over there. He has a few people that are around his table, but they look kind of out of place, so they must just be people that he's just been conversing with this evening. But he's been like looking at you guys quite a bit.
I'm just gonna get up and walk over to him.
Okay. So as you are walking over to him, you see the little gnome kind of look about the table, and he kind of gives the shh to them and gives a like a flicker of his hands, and they kind of walk away. Some of them like cussing, grunting, but he didn't seem to notice. But he's like keeping eyes on you.
We're not on the menu tonight, so what draws your eye?
Oh, nothing, my dear. I was just looking about, and I have not seen you here before.
Can say the same for you. Can say the same for everyone in this bar.
New in town, I see. Go ahead and pull up a chair. Sit down. Let's converse a little bit.
Oh, I recognize his voice. So yeah, I'll do that.
Alright. So you sit down, and he looks at you and reaches out his little hand. I'm Theobald Greenwater. Nice to meet you.
What is the size difference here?
It looks like a toddler's hand. With your big orc female hand.
Do I just like offer out a finger?
Yeah, probably. And
Okay.
he gladly takes it because it's something he's used to, and he shakes it. He looks over at your friend over there. I must say, no offense to you, ma'am, but I must say that is probably the most revolting thing I've ever seen in my life.
Not the first time he's heard it, I'm sure, but so far he's not been an awful fella.
And at this point, Nate, as you're over there chowing down, you kind of lock eyes with him for just a second, and he gives you like a little wave.
I'm gonna smile,
Oh no. Don't do that.
like like my bloody beef
Yeah.
eating like
I'm gonna
nasty,
kinda do
just
like the-
disgusting.
I'm gonna do like the hand across the neck thing, not the death threat version, but like the cut that out.
Yeah. You turn back.
Can I make a wisdom to see if I like realize that she's not telling me to kill the guy?
Let's just do intel. So yeah.
Okay. That was a nat 5, or that would be a 8.
So you see her do that, and you're like, oh snap, this guy's gonna put a spell on her, and all she can do is she's just signaling me for it takes full paralysis effect, and I gotta get over there.
Oh no.
I'm gonna stand up and like grab my scythe and walk over there.
Okay.
So
And,
I
like,
assume
put
I'm
it
watching
in,
as
like-
this
and, like-
happens.
All right. So Theobald is like, you turn around and look at him, and his face is turning like almost white as a ghost. He's like he's very petrified. He can't really move, but he's stuck there in the waving motion.
And I'm gonna like walk over and I'm gonna like get close enough to where he can see under my hood and ask, "Is there a problem?"
Oh god, there isn't like a good roll
And
for it.
and I have a active fear effect.
Okay.
So he has to beat a. Let me find it. Let's see. Yeah, he has to meet a DC 18 will save or be frightened.
Can I grab
Okay.
him when I see him doing this?
You can grab him, but I actually amazingly rolled a nat 19. So he's still strucken with like that, but he's able to like move and say, "Huh? I didn't mean anything to you about it, friend. Just have a seat. Anything you want. It's on me."
I'm gonna grab a chair and grab what's his face and like just throw him in it and say it meant stop smiling.
Sorry.
So I'm just gonna sit there and like lecture him on this. This means cut it out. This means kill him.
I'm sorry.
You're learning. It's
I've only
not-
ever seen. I've only ever seen the second one.
Oh, it's no offense taken, cloaked lad. My name's Theobald Greenwater. Nice to meet you. He sticks out his hand and then kind of like he takes it back. No, we'll just wave. Nice to meet you,
Nice to
acquaintance.
meet you, and I'll say nice to meet you, and I want to like go to pat him on the shoulder and try to activate my necrotic hit spell to implant.
Should I assume that I wouldn't know what he was doing?
You, I don't think, have seen him do this before.
Okay.
He didn't do this one last game. I don't remember. And I'm trying to remember, Nate, does he get like a resist to that or no?
He gets a fortitude save to negate it.
Okay. What is the DC?
The DC is 16.
Could Could he roll a reflex save to just completely dodge being patted on the shoulder at all?
I would say that he would probably try to do that, but he's still a little shaken by that. Okay. And I rolled like a 17 on it. So he kind of like quickly nudges ever so slightly out of the way. But it almost, he's like, oh, what's that? I'm sorry, lad. I'm kind of a germaphobe. If you don't mind, I'd rather not do that. So what brings you to Sinful?
What brings you to staring at us so much?
Well, you see, I'm looking for certain people that would help me find a treasure.
Seriously?
Well, it's not like a standard treasure chest. It's more of an item, really. A scepter.
A scepter.
And he takes
Describe it.
He takes a sip of his ale and kind of goes down his cheek and he wipes it off. Well, it is the scepter of Nevlum. It was the scepter of Madame Flo. I'm willing to
Never
pay.
heard of her.
She was a real twat, but I'm willing to pay. How does 5,000 gold pieces sound?
Keep describing the mission. What do you know?
Well, I'm from Nomel, and I heard that after her demise, which is said to be somewhere here in Sinful, many rotations ago, that the scepter was misplaced sometime after John took over of Nevlum. And the scepter is said to be somewhere in Foxhoth, the old orc stronghold that got overrun many rotations ago.
And what does it have to do with you?
Well, you see, whoever has the scepter, according to the Nevlum law that was established by the Twart Madame Flo, would be the ruler of Nevlum.
What makes you qualified to be the ruler of Nivlum?
Nothing really, I just kind of wanted.
I'm just gonna kind of keep looking at him, just making really uncomfortable eye contact.
You guys really are an interesting lot.
You're one to talk.
I know.
And I'm just gonna look really pointedly at all of his, like, wealthy stuff.
You like? He's kind of like
No.
showing. Oh, okay, all right. What about you, strange one?
I could find it for you.
I knew there was something about you. I didn't know if it was the smell or the grotesqueness, but I knew there was something.
Probably both.
Yeah. Well, I will be here in Sinfall for the next few days.
So since she immediately dislikes him for this request, Maya's just gonna say, you two need to shake on it. It's not a
And I
deal
will
until you
smile
shake.
again
Oh,
and like hold up my like disgusting, nasty, like hoarded, half-rotten hand.
it's
It's not a deal until you shake.
okay. And he reaches out his little hand. Alright, let's see what he gets. 14. Alright.
Done.
Yep. Oh, good lord. Ew. Alright. And he kind of like rubs his hand on his shirt. What was that?
I have that effect on people.
You should probably see a doctor about that. I say to the gnome, not to.
So at that point, you hear a thud, and like Raslam walks over. What have I told you about touching people?
We were shaking on a job. That is customary here, is it not?
Raslam just walks out of the pub. And so the little Theobald kind of like wipes his hand off a little more. I look, like I said, I'll be here a few more days, you know. So just if you find it, come see me. I plan on going to Nevlom after this.
Very well.
Good night to you both. And he goes on upstairs. What would you guys like to do now?
I'm just gonna look at him and look at that and say, so what did you do to him?
I shook his hand.
But what did you do to him?
Nothing much.
You're not exactly the touchy-feely sort, so I knew you were up to something when you tried to pat him on the shoulder.
Well, he won't give us any trouble.
That's what I was counting on.
So as you guys are chatting about, you do see that the wood elf that was at the funeral pyre is now making his way around to many of the other customers, kind of chatting. Doesn't look like he's in like the best mood. But he makes it customary to go around to speak to everyone, and after a few moments, he finally gets over to y'all's table. Hello, is everything going well for you tonight? Is there anything I could get you?
I'm okay, thanks.
Could I have a small bag? A pouch?
I'm sorry, sir, I don't have any pouch for your to-go. Did anyone cook that for you, sir? I apologize. I will put it on the grill right now.
He doesn't.
No,
he's
no,
fine.
no, no. I like it raw.
Good Lord, man.
Would you like to sit with us for a minute?
Sure. So he pulls up a chair on the other side of the table.
Seems Roswellum, or whatever his name was, talked to you about us staying here tonight.
Yes, so you are the two, yes. Maya and Thad, yes. For the night, and your meal and the room, all expenses have been paid.
Much appreciated. If you don't mind my asking, what was that earlier?
I'm sorry?
What was happening outside the pub earlier?
A funeral of a friend and former co-worker.
Sorry for your loss.
Yes. She was something.
And I'm just going to kind of glance around at the other waitresses.
Yeah. He kind of notices, and yeah, she was one of the best. One, she had some kind of duty that she had to do for the king. Came in by boat just a few days ago. Where are you all from?
Just wander here and there.
Let's see.
Same.
Did you come on the same boat as her?
Did we? I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
From Vostok?
We were near the same area, but no, we were on a different boat from her.
Did you happen to run into an archer named Ben while you were over there?
I would not have crossed paths with Ben, right?
No, you would not
Okay.
have.
I would have though, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, you
Like,
brought
he-
him.
yeah,
You brought him
brought
back to
out.
life.
I did.
You see him light up for just a split second, and then he kind of gets a little, slightly angry, and he goes, "What happened over there?"
He seemed to become possessed by something. And I think exploded. I don't know. I left.
I can assure you that he did not explode. He brought her body back, and then attacked me, and fled off into the woods, laughing the whole time.
That sounds about right.
Wait, like Ben's body attacked him and then ran off?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Ben is possessed by the grinning man.
Oh, okay.
Did he kill her?
I don't think so. No, they were both already dead when I found them.
You are a very strange person. You're not making any sense.
They were dead. I brought them back. They were trapped in a ring. Well, I brought him back.
He just looks over at you, Maya. Is he lot to drink tonight? Or?
You know, I found them apparently after all of this happened, but there was some weird stuff going down. I don't know anything about a ring, but like, it was weird over there, man. I feel like he's not lying. We just don't have the context to understand him. But
Okay,
this whole world is weird these days.
that it is.
And I'm just gonna like chug my ale.
So, as you guys are sitting there chatting with him, the doors kind of fly open, and hello, everyone! And everybody kind of turns around, and Tiberius is there, and a lot of the girls go, "Hi, Tiberius!" And then he, "Hello, hello!" He goes, and he walks over and kind of gives Tiffin a big hug. "I'm very,
Oh,
very sorry. I just heard about that. I'm sorry we were late. We had a few people," and he turns around. "Oh, actually, it was them. Yeah, that's why I couldn't make it. Hello."
you knew the dead
Hi.
woman too?
"I see you've met Tiffin." Tiffin says, "Well, I'll leave you to it. What would you like?" No, I'm fine. I just came here to, make my rounds." He just pulls up a chair. "So, what you guys doing?"
Drinking our woes away like the rest of the city.
"That's interesting. I didn't get a chance to talk to a lot of you after the council room and whatnot. I hear Rasvalum has put you up here for the night."
That he has.
"I'm sorry we couldn't keep you in the keep. It's just, there's always crazy stuff going on in Sinful, the city being destroyed, boom ho, everybody's dead and all that whatnot."
What? One more time?
No, Sinful has been destroyed a lot. And then someone brings him an ale over, yeah. And he just kind of gives the girl a wink, and she kind of grins and then walks away. It's been destroyed a lot. A lot of people dead. Rebuild. Boom. Dragons come. Oh, everybody's scared. And we run away. It gets destroyed. It gets brought back again. It's a whole story.
Somebody should make that a book.
Yeah. They should. I hear Krolok is possibly going to write one, but I don't know. I think he's going to make it mostly about him. So I just was coming to, I was hoping I'd run into you again and make sure everything would be okay and you didn't feel that we were treating you unfairly.
Hot food, cold drink, roof over our heads. Seems fair enough to me.
Dead bodies.
I'm sorry, what? There's dead bodies?
Well, not anymore.
Oh dear.
The pyre. He means the funeral.
Ah, yes, Ori, yes. She was a sweet girl. A wonderful dancer. There are many here, girl, that are pretty good, but not like Ori. Deadly.
Did he just whisper deadly?
He did.
Nice.
You see him, he's got this, like, reoccurring look in his eye where he's, like, thinking about something and he kind of bites his lip. Anywho,
That's a story. That was a story, that look on your face.
oh no, I'd rather not get into it. You don't kiss and tell.
Oh no. Oh no. Aww.
Oh, Tiberius, that dirty dog.
I feel like, I don't know, I just have this image of her in my head just being like, oh, I can't, Tiberius.
So, what is your plans for the morrow?
Looks like we need to talk to Roswell more.
I see. Well, I would say that you could possibly seek, if you're looking for work. I do know that Gorvit, outside on Thane's farm, is looking for some people to go hunting for him. Perhaps you could speak to him. Also, I do know that we have a new established huntsman's lodge here, where you could speak to the elderman there, Braith. I do believe he has some work. So there's plenty to do in Sinful. You just have to ask around.
I doubt we'll be bored while we're here.
Never a dull moment. You never know when the town's going to be destroyed again. Have a good night. He walks around, takes his drink, and he walks over and grabs a girl and heads on upstairs.
Clearly he is the head of tourism.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what would you guys like to do? There's quite a few people now that are starting to leave, but there's still a good number of people in the very small inn. Tiffin is now back up at the bar. He seems to be serving. Like I said, it's starting to die down, but like I said, there's still plenty of people up if you guys would like to talk or do whatever. It's about, I would say, 8:30, 9 o'clock now.
Did he ever bring me my box or bag?
Oh, yeah. So I would say that he had one of the waitresses bring you over a bag, but they just kind of placed it on the table.
I will be back. I'm gonna go outside to the funeral pile
Mm-hmm.
and
Seriously?
start like putting a bunch of like the ashes in the box and stuff.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna put it in my bag.
All right, as you go out there and you're gathering up the ashes, there is this guy that stumbles up to you. Hey, man, what are you doing? clearly drunk.
Cleaning.
Hey, oh. Hey, do you think you could come over to my house and clean?
Sure.
Oh no.
Alright. It is down the street in the castle in Lady Elowen's room. Ow! When he walks off.
Ew.
Meanwhile, in the castle, Elowen gets this cold shiver. Like, oh, good lord. Alright, so,
Preparation for a date.
yeah, so you gather up the ashes. Is there anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna do that and then go back in.
Okay. So you see him now with a non-empty bag, Maya.
What is that?
Ashes.
Whose?
Didn't even hide it.
Dead chick.
Did you ask first?
No.
Don't you think it's a little rude to go around taking random people's ashes?
No. They don't need them.
What? Oh, I thought you... Sorry, I thought you said something about eating them. It seems that people liked her here. Maybe they wanted to do something with them.
Two
There's
Dragonborn
more.
guards walk into the door, and they look around the room. One of them goes over to me. Excuse me, sir. You are summoned.
Told you.
Very well.
Okay. So they gesture their hands to go outside. There you go.
Yeah.
Alright, so you go outside. As you go outside and turn towards the left down the main street, you see Rosalind marching down rather hastily at the end of the street, and you can, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he gets closer. You don't...
I was going up to sleep.
This is the one, sir. I know. I knew when you said someone was at the funeral bar. You don't just go grabbing ashes. You're in an open city. Act normal. Is this acting normal? Where's Maya?
Yeah.
And so they quickly, when the guards comes in, excuse me, madam, you're being summoned outside as well.
Of course I am. I'll go with him.
So you go outside to see Rosalind gesturing a lot with his hands like an angry mother, and you get closer to hear him just kind of scolding. Sad.
So I'm just gonna walk up to Thad with my arms crossed and just be like, so, do you change your mind about whether or not it's rude to take other people's ashes?
No.
Are you holding the bag?
Yes.
So I'm going to imagine that I'm a lot larger than him.
Probably, yeah.
I'm just gonna grab the bag out of his hand.
Do an opposing strength check.
He's gonna be surprisingly strong.
So, 14 for me.
It's a not natural 20.
Okay. So she kind of like, I wouldn't say easily, but she kind of quickly takes the bag.
And I'm just gonna hand it to Roswellum. Our apologies, but I will warn you right now that I am not his babysitter.
I understand. Dad, what do you have to say for yourself?
The towel had already been peed on, hadn't it?
Yes.
That's gross. campus that I know that. Some people are how picky and all that paying attention.
What's happening?
I think he's getting yelled at by his wife for stealing ashes.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, were you getting yelled at by your wife for stealing ashes?
Yeah.
You're a necromancer, of course you have to. Alright. Alright, so Rasvalam takes them and says, Dad, what do you have to say for yourself?
Nothing.
So he just kind of shakes his head. You guys hear a second floor window open up from Tiffin's pub, where you see peeking out the window a shirtless Tiberius. He's going, "Hey! Get up here and write that fucking essay!" And then he closes the window.
I forgot about that.
Rasvalam just kind of looks up there, and then looks back at his guards, and they just kind of shrug. Rasvalam, I'm gonna go to bed. And just walks off.
Me too.
Same.
Alright. So you guys go back into the pub, where you guys are shown by one of the ladies of the house where your room is. There is 2 beds in the room, fully furnished with whatever you possibly want for just one night.
Does that include, like, a wall that sections the room?
No. Negative. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do before the night ends?
I would like to wait until I know what's her name?
Maya?
Maya? I don't
Yeah.
I want to wait until I know Maya is well asleep. And I want to take out my wand of invisibility and cast invisibility on myself and go down there.
Freaking Harry Potter over here. Alright.
So I was gonna, before I go to sleep, I was gonna go over to Thad and just say, do you remember how easily I snatched that bag out of your hand?
Yes.
Come near me while I sleep, and I'll snap you in half.
Doing it. I don't know if I want to make you do it. Okay, no, you just take that as you will. I'm sure you've heard a lot of intimidation stuff.
Yeah.
But
how often are people having to share a room with him?
probably not very much. If that at all. Okay.
This is a new roommate situation. Come on.
That's true. Alright. So, she is now asleep, and you cast the Wand of Invisibility. What would you like to do?
Yeah. I'm going to go downstairs and fill up my bag of ash.
Okay. Alright, so
Then
yeah.
go back up and go to sleep.
Yeah. So being invisible, it's relatively easy to do. Do a like I said, it was on the other side of Tiffin's pub. So do a spot check while you're down there.
It's 20, not nat.
Alright. So with that, as you're gathering up the ashes ever so slowly, even though you're invisible, you're trying not to draw too much attention to the scooping into a bag. You do see on the back side of the pub a cloaked individual in all black walk up to the pub and stand on the side against the corner knocks 3 times, and out comes Tiffin. He is handed a piece of rolled up parchment, and it has a blue wrap around it, where he breaks the seal. The black cloaked figure walks away, and you see Tiffin reading it. And then you see him cast a flame and burns the parchment. And he walks back in.
Interesting. I'm gonna ease back upstairs and go to sleep.
Okay. All right.
I don't find that out of the ordinary at all.
That is cool. All right. I'm gonna take a bathroom break before we get to getting and get some more coffee.
Same.
Okay. Night. You know? Oh, your nose is gold.
Okie dokie artichoke. I am back. Alright, so is everybody back?
I'm back.
Okay. Jess? Guess not.
Hello, friends. I returned.
There we go. Alright. So, is there any other pressing matters that you'd like to do with Thad after that, or you just want to go to sleep?
No, just go to sleep.
Okay. Alright. This one's mic is really loud. So, the night goes on by. Next morning wakes up, hears some roosters crowing from outside the wall, probably coming from Thane's farm. Um, what would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna like go downstairs and get breakfast, I guess.
Okay. Dad?
Same.
Okay. So you go back downstairs where there's not many people in there at all. There's only like maybe 4 or 5 people that are in, and most, I would say 3 of those are some of the town guards, and a couple others are probably workers that work on the farm. Um, it's just a very simple breakfast. Like they have some oatmeal prepared. They have some eggs, toast, not too much. They have some squeezed juice, pretty fresh. Um, so just what would you guys like?
Um, Sorry, you cut out for just a second. Can you repeat the question?
What would you guys like to eat for breakfast?
Ah, lots of
Do
eggs.
you have anything rotten?
The waitress kind of looks at you. I guess we could find something. And so she goes back, brings Maya like a plate full of eggs, and then brings you some apples that have seen better days. Is this okay?
Perfect.
Oh, okay. So you guys gobble that down. Everything's, you guys are good, full. Um, what would you like to do?
Let's see. He told us to go out to Thane's farm, right?
There was a few things that you guys learned, so it's whatever.
Is there anybody like in the bar that we noticed?
You can do a spot check.
I can certainly try. It's a 15.
Okay, 15, looking around, like I said, you see a few guards, and you see a few farmers. They just kind of came in, quickly ate breakfast, and left. Um, you do see, looking outside the window with a 15, a general store, like right across the street from that. It looks like I would say a elderly human man kind of like sleeping on the front porch of it. And it's got just a general store sign on it, and you see him kind of wipe his brow and then walk back inside, and that kind of catches your eye.
But did you say sleeping on the front porch outside of it?
Sweeping. Sweep.
Okay. Sorry, the connection here isn't great. So like occasionally it'll just be like a weird little cut out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, sure, I'll go over there.
yeah, I would like to point out that you guys probably don't have any supplies, and the whole new magic thing with requiring the ingredients is a thing now with the gods being changed. So that's actually a requirement. So you probably, I don't know how much ingredients you guys actually have for that. So that's actually a factor now. So as far as traveling supplies and stuff like that, so it might be a good idea. Because after Mithra and Pashuk, or well, Mithra is Pashuk, after she died, Chunning is kind of over all that now, and he's being slightly dickish about it, made it a little harder.
Hasn't Channing always been an asshole?
He was sort of on your side for a while. But,
Oh.
yeah. He's the one that
I
told
only remember the gods when they're mean to me.
he's the one that told Thalion to kill Dagon.
Oh. Well, I obviously don't like him.
Yeah. So, all right. So you're going to the general store?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dad. Cool. So you go in. Let me get like that. You go in to see an assortment of it's like a secondhand store on steroids, I would say. But you do see a lot of alembics and a lot of alchemical ingredients. Seems to be quite the fan. You see, you like get the scent of all kinds of oils and scents coming from all over the place. You don't see the old man at first when you walk in, but there is a cowbell that's over the door, and it kind of rings as the doors open. I'll be with you in just a second, yeah. But you look around, and there's backpacks, there's a few weapons, and there's foods, and there's just anything you could probably think of in some capacity is in this store. Is there anything in particular that you guys would want? It'd be a good time now to think about that before you all go out on whatever adventure.
I don't think so for druids specifically. 'Cause that's mostly spellcasting, right?
Well, there's, like I said, the spell casting is going to have, there's certain spells that are going to require material components to cast.
Well, that's why I'm looking up druid spells.
Yep. So that'd be a good point to look up. Thad, what about you?
Is there a way I could just get like a general like spell component pouch?
To just hold all the components that you, oh, so like without actually
like
having to name everything, is that what you mean?
Yeah, like the common spell components.
Okay. Sure, that we could do that.
I don't think I have anything that requires like objects at the level that I'm at currently.
I mean, I have to go through every one of my spells to check those.
Well, what we could do for now, just have to have you guys actually look through them and just double check. Just do the spell component pouch, kind of like you said, and that's a good idea. And just have like some kind of limit on it until we know for sure. As like maybe it'll.
So there's an actual spell component pouch description. Let me see. Spell component pouch. Where is it? I got it here somewhere. Spell component pouch. Spell component pouch. Yeah, here we go. This small watertight leather belt pouch has many compartments. A spellcaster with a spell component pouch is assumed to have all the material components and focuses needed for spell casting, except for those components that have a specific cost, divine focus, and focuses that wouldn't fit in the pouch, such as a natural pool that a druid needs to look into to cast scrying.
Okay.
So basically anything that has like a specific cost, like say if one of the spells called for like a diamond or like an emerald, like something that like had a specific cost.
Is there a limit though to when the components run out? Does it say?
Let's see. It doesn't say, but it's it costs 5 gold and weighs 2 pounds. So
Okay. All right. Let's just. Trying to think of I'll think of a limit for that later. But okay, we'll just do that to save time. So as you guys are looking through the store, the older man kind of comes out. Looks like he's human. Looks to be, like I said, about 50s. A little worse for wear, kind of balding on top. Got some glasses on. Nice long shirt. Looks kind of dirty. Sleeves rolled up. Vest. Well, okay. Hello, I am John Doris. Who might you folks be?
Maya.
Maya, pleasure to meet you. And, you, sir, what's your name?
That's Crawler.
Well, pleased to meet you all. What brings you into the general store today?
Well, you look like you've worked here a while, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
I assume you've had a lot of people here being sent off on missions by Roswellum.
Yeah, he's quite the fella. What's he got you guys doing?
Not sure yet, but what's the standard pack we should bring?
Well, it depends on how many days you'll be out there, but I would say that you both seem to be of the magic type, and he starts gathering up some preps for you guys for like him being with in this town and having a lot of mages go in and out due to the school and whatnot. He's kind of versed in that and kind of quickly gets you guys some vials and pouches and whatnot ready on a custom-made belt. You'll need this. I would say a nice rucksack here for any supplies that you'd want to take, some food, maybe a mat to sleep on. Let's see, am I missing a water skin? And he starts gathering up this random things that, camping supplies, cooking pot, and he starts naming off all these other things. What about you? Any points you use, Thad?
Yes, that sounds good. But also, can I have some extra empty vials and some small boxes, like some small boxes or hemp bags?
Well,
Small pouches, if you were.
I see. I could get you some small pouches. I could add them onto your components belt if you'd like.
Yes, that would work great.
Okay. All right. All right. So we have the components belt for the both of you. Traveler's bag with a cooking pot, a little canvas mat to sleep on, or would you prefer a tent?
That should be fine enough.
Okay, tent. What are we thinking here? I think that should come about, yeah. I tell you what, are you going to be reoccurring customers? You plan on coming back here?
Oh, more than likely if we survive this trip.
I tell you what, I'll cut you a good price. How about 30 gold between the both of you? Is there anything else?
Oh, I'm going to assume the castle has a tab, so if they're sending us on a mission, they're certainly buying the supplies.
Do a diplomacy check.
Oh god, I don't know if I have that laid out. Oh shit, actually no, that's one of the main ones I have laid out. Yay!
Awesome.
Can I aid her attempt?
Sure.
It's a 23.
Ooh. All right.
I threw all of my bonus into diplomacy.
Good.
And I got a 15 to aid.
Okay. So I'd be like, he stops for a moment. And oh, well, all right. If that's what you say, then okay. No worries there. Is there anything else I could get you?
Does he have any, like, books?
Oh, well, I have a few. What tickles your fancy?
I just like to browse through them. See if there's anything that stands out for the road.
Do just a search check on. He kind of points you to a shelf that's in the back.
Okay. That's a nat 1.
All right. You come across a book that you have been looking for a while. And it is leather bound. It looks like it's been worn. It has a few stains on it. And it is called Gerwald's Damn Good Book.
Nobody looks for that anymore. It just finds people.
It just finds you. But yeah, that one stands out to you. While she's back there looking at books, John Doris is speaking with you, Thad, and he goes, well, perhaps I could interest you, sort, since you are going out. Usually every morning I like to go out. I'm very interested in alchemy and all things of that sort, but I'm not much of an alchemist myself. Every time I try to do something, I seem to blow the damn place up. So, but I do enjoy the craft, but I have been looking for some tiger lilies. So if you come
Tiger lilies.
yeah, if you come across any, I was told that they grow on Chalvo, but honestly, I don't think they grow around here. I've heard there's some close to Daisy Canyon, if you're ever near that spot.
I will keep my eyes open. Meanwhile, do you need help with the alchemy? I have some skill myself.
Oh,
If you could peddle it, I could brew some.
oh, well, any potions that you want to sell, I'll be more than happy to sell in my store, and I'll give you 70-30. You'll get the 70 and I'll get the 30.
Sounds good.
That's a really good deal.
So, you have any on you now, good boy?
A few, but that's my personal stock.
I see. Some love potions, eh?
Embalming fire.
He quickly stops laughing. All right. Do you need any help finding a book, ma'am?
No, I think I got all I need.
All right. Well, I'll make sure to let Roswellum know of the tab. I hope to see you guys back very soon. And bring any potions that you brew up. I'll be sure to put them on the shelf.
Thank you.
All right. All right. So you guys get everything packed up, squared away. Now we're going to pause and rewind a little bit. So we're going to go back to the night before, where Elowen was getting ready for her shindig date thing.
Not a date.
So, actually, we'll turn that off. We don't need that on right now. And so you got ready. I'll go here. Where's it at? Boom. And you go into the room where there was some food prepared. Koshka got cleaned up the best that he could with the clothes that he had on. You can see that he did bathe and kind of prepped a little bit. But you go into the room where there are many, many Dragonborn guards that are on watch. And he stands up as you enter the room and then sits down after you do, very gentlemanlike. But you can see that he's very, very nervous.
There are still plenty of guards in the room.
Yeah, they're not leaving.
I'm just gonna kind of look at them and say, "Leave us."
They look around between each other, but They kind of know better than to question the queen, and then they walk out the room. Koshka sees this, and as they leave, and the door is shut, and he says, it's rather foolish of you, don't you think?
Did you murder your wife last time?
I did not.
Then why would it be foolish of me?
Because you don't know me.
You clearly think I can't take care of myself.
Oh, I didn't want to imply that. It's quite the place you have.
It's seen a lot.
So, how long have you been here?
God. In real life, I don't know if I can answer that question. Oh, God.
You've been here by yourself about 2 years. And then before that, it's kind of like, well, you guys are always adventuring, so
Okay, yeah, so like 2 years.
yeah. Okay.
Off and on for a while, but it's been about 2 years since I've actually taken up residence here.
I see. So the boy, he's 2 rotations then?
That he is.
Interesting.
I think in some parts of the world they call it the terrible twos.
Yeah, I've been there. Been there. We had 2 girls. They were a handful.
They sound lovely.
They were. Look, I don't want to make this as more awkward than it is, but I know it sounds foolish. I don't want you to think my intentions are terrible, but coming from my perspective, if you were given the opportunity to dine with your love one more time, wouldn't you at least like to do that?
I never meant to imply I don't understand what you were trying to do with this.
Well, as I
She says that warmly, by the way.
yeah, as I stated before, you look almost identical to my wife, Cyan. Apparently,
You mentioned that you came from wherever Thalian came from before, correct?
I did.
I'm sure you already know this, but I am a completely different person from your wife.
I am aware of this. Pelunk warned me of this. The other gods don't fancy me, you see.
Plunk does like to take a liking to those the other gods don't favor, doesn't he?
This is true. Except
Sounds like a personal problem, don't you think?
it is. And I'm dealing with it, and I have been.
That wasn't a you personal problem. I meant Plunk, literally.
Ah, well. No, you see, the other gods seem to have taken a fancy to Thalian.
Maybe from an outsider's perspective.
No, unless Pelunk has an ulterior motive. This is what I've been told. And it is
All gods have an ulterior motive. Don't ever let anyone make you believe otherwise.
But what I'm trying to say is it's also why Sia Thrill made my wife look the way she does.
Like me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was told that Thrill was very, very, very close to Shijin, the god of time. And being friends with the god of time allow you to see many things, and why they hate me I don't know. But they felt the need to torture me, I guess, a little more. And they thought by making you this, or making her look like you, would hinder me down the line upon meeting you, I suppose.
I'm not here to hinder you. Not intentionally. I'm aware of the issues.
Yes.
I apologize for the things that are out of my control.
You don't have to do that.
But you'll notice that I have my own issues with the gods.
So I've heard, and so I've read.
Oh, they're already writing down my stories, huh? I thought they were supposed to wait until I was dead to do that.
Not stories of before you were strictly Elowen. I'm speaking of the Daughter of the Dark stories.
Ah, yeah. So they did wait until I was dead.
That's some stuff that happened to you back then.
Well, fortunately, I don't remember any of it.
Well, I did want to say that the sword that I gave back to you, Dragon Slayer, your mate's sword, I did not find it on him. There was a fiery rock that fell from the sky, and it was in the crater. Where it came before that, I don't know. I questioned Pelunk, and he has no answers.
They never do when you need them.
I know.
Well, I'm not sure whether to be relieved or disappointed. I'm sure you know the feeling.
I do. Pelunk seems to think that he is alive. I don't know how much he has spoken to you of this.
Pelunk doesn't speak to me.
Seems that
All he did was try and steal my husband.
It seems that we share a common distaste of the gods.
Supposedly, I'm one of them. But from all I've realized, it's made me dislike them more.
Well, you know, the strange one that I came into town with,
Yeah.
he is said to have some dealings in Hodel.
That does not surprise me, for some reason.
He's one of the strangest individuals I think I've ever met. But I think I'm going to go with him.
I hope you can recognize her when she no longer looks like me.
So do I. But I want to see my daughters again. And I think that after I do that, I will look for clues of him. I don't think that he's dead, but I do think there'll either be answers there. I'm not quite sure. Something is drawing me there.
Why do you search for Thalion?
Because he killed my daughters.
Yeah. I've heard about his past.
He went on a murdering spree, and I am almost positive that my daughters did him wrong. I wasn't the best father, but it drove my wife mad enough to take her own life.
So what you're saying is you think that Thalion took revenge on something that your daughters did to him.
I'm almost positive.
What do you think happened? This is a story you didn't share.
They got mixed up with, let's just say, the wrong crowd, and were very risque in the ways they made money. They would lure men, seduce them, drug them, take their money. They were found in a inn in Pintura, slaughtered. So I'm almost certain that's what they tried to do.
You know, I've taken my fair share of lives based on people who have wronged me or my loved ones.
I know. It's been about 20 rotations.
What do you plan to do if you find him?
He takes a sip of wine, and then he pauses, and honestly, I really don't know. Because I want to kill him, but I also wouldn't want to hurt you.
I'm not going to ask you not to, because that would be wrong for me to do so. Because it would be a very different place from where you would want it to be from.
I guess I'll know when the time comes.
But if I'm there, and I've found him, and you do try and kill him, I will defend him.
I know.
What was your wife like?
Oh, well, she was a seamstress for the Ancrillians. We lived back in Pintura, and it was a different world, obviously, but she made her living making fine linens for the Ancrillian family over in Anera. She stayed home most days, but in that time, I wasn't always at home. I was always doing the bidding of Pelonk, which kind of separated me from my girls, and I wasn't always there to bring them up the way that I thought they should be. And then one day they were gone. And it was a few months later that my wife was hanging in our dining room.
You've lost a lot.
Yeah.
Well, you have my sincerest regrets for your losses.
I thank you.
But I've already lost one child, and I've raised another one alone. So I will not allow anything to happen to any more of my family.
Well, I
Unless you find that dirty, rotten brother of mine. Anyway.
yeah. Well, I thank you for your hospitality and the meal and sitting with me. But I don't
Of
want to keep
course.
you.
As soon as I leave this room, I have to go change more diapers. So,
Ah,
feel free to take your time.
no, you probably should. I met Tiberius. I don't think he should be doing that.
Oh, knowing Tiberius, he's made his way to the pub by now.
So he stands up and walks around the table and extends his hand to just to shake.
I'm gonna offer him a hug. I
He,
don't know if that's weird.
he takes the hug, uh, kind of in a shock, but then he gives you a good embrace, and it's pretty tight, and then he lets go.
I just kind of want to look at him and say, I never wanted to be a tool of the gods. Please don't let them make me one.
Yeah, he's finding it very hard to make eye contact with you.
Obviously.
But yeah, I understand. And then he walks away. So now, we'll fast forward back to where you guys are the next day coming out of the shop. Alright, so you guys got your kits ready. Hopefully Night Dog didn't go to sleep on all that. And,
Nope, I'm good.
okay. And where do you guys want to go? Because you got a number of things that you could go do. Rasflum gave you the whole thing about the bandits, which was messing with Garvit and Thane's thing. Tiberius said that there are other requests from Garvit and Thane. There's also the Huntsman's Lodge that you guys have found out about. What do y'all want to do?
I kind of want to check out Thane's farm.
Okay.
Yeah. Works
Alright.
for me.
Okay, so we'll go back to... Actually, we can bring up the old map. So you guys...
Aw.
So you guys go outside of Sinfall to see the vast fields of different crops, Thane's farm. And you guys see the barn, way on down on the right side of the road. But as you guys are walking outside to the left, there is a stable there, where one of the stable hands, it seems to be a let's say an older wood elf fellow, and he's like, "Hello there, hello."
Hello.
Yes, I am Gerald. How are you folk today?
Fine. How can we help you?
Well, it seems that you guys are all got your packs ready and ready to go, and it seems to me that would be a very unwise decision.
What's that to you?
Well, it is unwise because you are walking. You need some good horses for your journeys.
Are you paying for them?
No, you are.
All right.
But I can cut you a great deal.
I'm just gonna walk away.
All right. What about you, sir?
Do you have any recently deceased horses?
Oh. You are of Afrin's lot. Okay. Come around here, good sir. And he walks around.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah. You come around here. Stay right there, ma'am. And follow me, sir. He walks around the stable. You go with him?
Yep.
I'm so following.
All right. So there is a little pony back there who's eating some hay, and as he's walking up, he picks up this big axe that's in a stump, and he goes, he just hits it. All right, sir. I seem to have a newly deceased pony here.
How much?
How about... he just kind of looks at it and pulls the axe out. 5 gold.
Done.
All right, it is yours.
I'm gonna cast Animate Dead
Okay.
to raise it back to life as a skeleton. Basically, I'll raise it back to life as a zombie
All right.
pony.
So this green aura comes out of the ground around this pony and kind of engulfs it. And you see the pony's eyes light up green. And then it just stands up. It's got a big axe wound in its head where the blood's still draining down on it, and just walks over to you.
I'm gonna pet it and then like climb on,
Okay.
ready to go.
You guys have a wonderful afternoon, as he's cleaning off his axe with a rag.
You too.
All right. Maya, are you getting on?
Nope.
Okay.
But since I followed and like went around the back and saw the whole thing, I'm just gonna spit at his feet.
All right. Like you do. All right.
Deeply offended as a druid.
Yeah. All right. So you guys go on down the road to Thane's farm, where you guys see. So there's plenty of people working in the fields. Thane and Garvett seem to be in an outside workshop. It's very much set up for, there's anvils out there. They're still doing their blacksmith thing. Thane has kind of walked off, and he is dealing more with the farmers, but you do see the little dwarf Garvett out there kind of hammering away at the anvil. And he stops as you guys walk up on this donkey, and he grabs his axe that's nearby, and he goes, "What do you think you're doing? What the hell's wrong with the donkey? Pony, whatever the hell that is."
The guy who sells horses right outside the general store murdered it and sold it to a necromancer for 5 gold.
You gotta be the fastest talking orc I've ever seen. This pony's dead.
Yes.
And he looks up at you, Thad, still on the pony. Did you do that?
He brought it back to life. The other guy murdered it. I've already spat at him.
I've headed up to here with necromancers. He points up, but since he's a dwarf, it's not very high.
We heard you got a problem with raids or something like that. Roswellum sent us.
About the bandits?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, they're somewhere in between here and Nevlum, I suppose. They keep robbing some of our carriages. Swords, bows, shields, whatever we make. They're somewhere out in the woods. I don't know, I would guess there's probably anywhere from 5 to 7 of them.
And you just need them dealt with.
Whatever you do with them, it's fine by me. I think that Rosfellum was paying by the head. But I would be a little careful out that way. I do know that Braith, the alderman at the Huntsman's Lodge, supposedly said there's some kind of cyclops about.
Lovely.
I don't know. This one's a little different.
Sounds like a party.
Yeah, a party with magic. I've never seen a Cyclops or heard of one doing like that.
A lot of weird stuff going on. We'll do what we can to deal with your bandit problem. Just remember what I told you about the guy murdering horses.
I'm not gonna forget this guy, that's for sure.
Not this one. The other guy that sells horses outside the general store.
Oh, Gerald?
Yeah, he literally took an axe to the pony's head. Sold it for 5 gold.
He goes over and looks at the pony's wound on its head. One of our axes, they would have cut straight to it. And he goes back hammering on the
Just move right along and not deal with the bandits for you people.
Alright. What are we doing?
Oh, do you have any weapons we could use?
What would you prefer?
Whatever will kill.
Got axes, swords, we got some bows, arrows. Depends on what you like.
Has a flashback right before grabbing an axe.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I don't have her down as having any weapons yet.
She probably doesn't.
So, oh yeah, that makes sense. Let's go with... just a standard sword, for now.
Okay. Alright, so he gets you one that's kind of hanging on the rack over there, and then, alright. Since you're dealing with the bandits, it's on us.
Much appreciated.
What about you, Necromancer?
I'm good.
I thought as much. Alright. Good luck to you. And then he goes back and starts working again. Alright. Where are we going?
Up the path we go.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright. So you guys go into the wonderful woods. Along your journey. Maya, it feels like finally going back home. Actually, probably the both of you, because you're both kind of wanderers. You don't see too much life wandering around. Occasionally you'll hear like a squirrel go by, or you see some tracks and stuff, but you're not seeing, any deer or anything like that about. You do notice that it's getting quite hot. I'm not sure what you guys are. Well, I kind of know what Nate's wearing, but I'm not sure what Maya's wearing. But it is getting kind of hot for you guys. But you kind of travel along, and you're not really coming across any tracks. Let's do some survival checks.
Okay. It's like a 5.
Oh my goodness, Druid. Okay.
She's out of touch with nature.
Yeah. All right.
I got a 20. Not net.
Oh, snap. Okay. So the Druid is just more or less listening to the birds. And she is seeing some carriage tracks, but she doesn't really see too much anything else. Thad, you look about on the pony, and you're seeing some tracks that are leading off into more on the direction going to Nephilim. And if y'all remember, like, this is actually supposed to be way down here. So that's not supposed to be that high up, but it's going over to the east. Do you relay the message?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, repeat that one more time. Sorry, I was re-googling druid spells.
Alright, so he is seeing tracks that are heading towards the direction of Nevlum,
Ah, okay.
and he just told you that. Alright.
Sweet.
Okay, and I would say at this point it's getting to be almost noonish, somewhere around there between like 11, 12, around that time. Like I said, the sun's bearing down on you. The tracks that you see, Thad, seem to be humanoid shaped. You can't tell at this point if it's elves, orcs, humans, whatever. They don't look big enough to be orcs until you get to about, around this area. You do see some orc tracks that look, or something that looks really humanoid but very large. I would say that you guys travel for a few more hours, and then let's do some listen and spot checks.
Okay, the listen is a 13, and the spot is a 26.
Okay.
I got a net 1 on the listen and a 21 on the spot.
All right. So, Maya, you hear some distant chattering. And then as you hear that, you kind of look about and you see some figures that are standing off in the distance. Thad, you don't hear anything initially, but you quickly get the attention of Maya, who points you in the direction, and you guys see a few figures standing around. Looks to be about a campfire made up in the woods. It looks like they're cooking something from a fresh hunt. At this particular time, they do not see you all. You all are kind of further back. What do you guys want to do?
Do these look like our bandits, or?
They look like they are humans. They look like they're wearing an assortment of different types of armor. It doesn't look like it's very expensive, but it looks like an assortment of, like, some people are wearing leather armor, some people are wearing studded leather armor, some people are wearing iron armor. It's just like scraps of different stuff that they look like they kind of picked. They could either be mercenaries or they could be bandits. It's kind of what your assumption is.
So either way, bad guys.
Could be. But we'll go ahead and pull that up, and I'll take away the nighttime layer. Alright, so, but this is really close, but you guys just pretend that you're not that close. Alright, but as of right now, you guys see 4 around the campfire. There's the, I actually got the little pup on there.
Well,
Alright, so what you guys want to do?
so I'm gonna she has a trick that she does with, so I'm gonna call the dog Davy.
Okay.
She has a trick that she does where she sends him in first, acting all like friendly dog, to see how they react, and if they try and kill him, then she goes into battle.
Okay. So, you said Daisy?
Davy,
Oh, Davy. Okay.
like Davie.
Gotcha. Davy. Gotcha. Alright, so he goes running up on the
Tail
one.
wagging, you know.
So he goes up to this one. They are chattering about, this one does it first, and this one kind of turns around, and they kind of see the dog, and you see them both kind of like petting the dog, and they seem to be like talking to it. Can't quite hear what they're saying, but they seem to just be acting normal.
Okay, so since they don't like try and attack it or anything, I'm gonna put my weapons away and start calling out for Davy like I've lost my dog.
Interesting. All right. So
I'm gonna hide
Okay.
Probably the best.
All right. Roll hide.
with the 24 hide check.
Okay. All right. So you hide with your freshly dead pony. And as you're doing that, they hear you calling for Davy. And are you gonna walk up there, or?
I'll kind of walk to the edge and then like notice Davy.
Okay. All right. So Davy, hearing the call, will run back, and they'll turn around. They have their These two have their swords drawn. This one stands up, and well, at this point, they're all kind of standing up, and they're, "Hey, who are you?"
Oh my god, you found my dog! Thanks so much.
Yeah, he just wandered up.
You know how he does. I'm sure you all have dealt with it before. Out gathering supplies for potions and whatnot, and he just gets away from me. He probably smelled you guys cooking over here.
You hungry?
I never say no to food. And I like jokingly pat my belly.
Oh, yeah, well, we got a freshly killed rabbit out here. If you like some.
Oh, I don't want to take too much away from you guys if that's all you've got.
No,
You guys out?
we got other stuff. It'll be all right. Come on.
Yeah, sure, we'll go. We'll join you.
All right. So Davey
It's like
goes.
picking up girls in the park.
All right. Where do you want to go?
I'll go sit next to Davy.
All right. So you're up here. They hand you some parts of the. There's a few rabbits that they killed, so they hand you a good hunk of it, and they give Davy some.
Oh, you guys got a little water for the big guy too?
Oh, sure. Take some of his water skin and pour it in a little bowl they have. What's your name?
Maya.
Oh,
What brings you guys to this neck of the woods?
just, odds and end work here and there.
Yeah, you guys look like you're roughing it pretty hard. Why don't you go take up a room at the tavern?
No, not yet. We're on the hunt. You see, if you look over there, there's a track, and he kind of points over in this direction over here. We almost found it.
Somebody mentioned this. Is this that weird, like, Cyclops thing?
So this one goes, yeah, it's said it's got magic. We've never seen it before, and I think it's from Gaghan.
From where?
Gaghan.
Huh, I haven't heard of that one.
This country.
Ah, okay, thank you. Oh, yeah. We've been, mostly wandering, but we've been staying in Sinfall for a couple of nights, just kind of gathering, and, we've all heard legends of the city. But, yeah, somebody mentions some sort of, like, Cyclops thing. Do you think it's related to some of the bandit stuff that's been happening around here?
So this one, what have you heard about the bandit stuff?
Rumors? I mean, there are rumors of bandits everywhere, so, like, nothing new, but...
And that one seems to be a little PO'd by it, and the other one, I haven't seen any bandits around here. This is kind of this one
Is
talking.
he, like, scratching his neck awkwardly?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that. It's been relatively quiet for us.
So rude. But yeah, so you guys are, like, hunting the Cyclops?
That's the plan.
Ooh, can we join you?
I mean, can your dog fight?
And I'm gonna kind of look at Davy so that he does the growl thing again.
Oh, oh, okay. Oh, all right, fine. That's fine. Oh, yeah, more the merrier, I guess.
Well, there's a friend of mine out gathering with me when Davy got away from us, but he has a tendency to freak people out, so he tries to hide. So, you guys promise not to freak out if you meet him?
Oh, is that the only one that you got out there?
That's for me to know, isn't it? And I'm kind of wink at him.
Hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we won't freak out.
So I'm just gonna shout back, "Hey Thad, you want to hunt a cyclops?"
Yes.
I warned him about you. It's okay.
You're sure?
Nope, but you know how it goes.
I'm gonna kick the pony forward and just like
All weird dude
slowly
guys.
walk over there to him,
All right.
looking like the horseman of the apocalypse.
Yeah. Okay. So they see you and they are pretty shocked by this.
I warned you guys.
And this one right here, who seems to be the most intelligent of the whole bunch, and he sat upon a pale horse, and death followed with him.
Don't breathe too deeply.
Okay, so they're slightly freaked out, but they're hello, Mister. I think
No.
you guys ever hunted a cyclops before?
We've hunted a lot, but cyclops is a first for me. I don't know about you, Thad.
No.
So do you want to be about yonder, Dad?
Just stand behind that one guy.
Good.
Yeah. All right. Maya, do
Munching
a
on its brain.
actually do a both of y'all do some listen checks.
21.
Okay.
19.
So it's 21 and a 19. You guys hear some movement here and then down in this area.
I'm just gonna look at them and say, "Are there more of you guys out there?"
This one's like, no? I thought they're just looking back and forth. Do you have any more out there?
No.
Hmm,
You hear the two different directions, right?
I do. And they keep looking back and forth to you guys. They're trying to get a read on you. And they're starting to draw swords.
So I'm gonna look at the two to the south, and just like really commanding, all of a sudden, just say, "You two, check out the one to the south. Make sure you move silently. We'll look to the north."
Telling it to these guys.
Yeah.
Here, I got that one. Oh. Okay. All right. I gotta start labeling these guys better. All right. So they're gonna start moving down this way.
You two
And-
follow us to check out up north.
Right. All right. So they're starting to move up. So what do you want to do?
I mean, I actually was gonna check it out, but I'm trying to take command of their little group.
Okay. All right. So they're going on up. Are you going with?
I'm gonna nod to Thad and kind of nod to go south with those two so we can keep an eye on them. Because I assume Thad can take care of himself.
Yeah, I'll follow him.
And I'll go to the north with the other two.
Okay. So you're going up this way. And you're going up this Where do you want to be?
Just floating in behind them.
All right.
Yeah, just behind him.
Okay. All right. So you guys go up. Let's do some spot checks.
16.
14. You should roll some spot checks for the bandit guys, too.
Good idea. All right, what'd you guys get?
14.
Okay, 14
16.
and 16. All right. So you guys see, and oh, he's right on you. What a good spot. And
Wow.
then you hear, get him, and let's roll initiative.
Really?
They're You even said you should roll spot checks for the bandits, too. It's so funny.
Dog trick.
All right. Let's see what's
7.
I got some cool battle music. All right, 7. Let me write this down.
For the record, Davey's up there with me.
Okay.
Oh, I don't have a sheet for him, damn it.
Okay. Nate, what's yours?
14.
All right. Okay. It's like I'm just gonna do the bandits all in one, and they're going. Looks like they're going last. All right. Awesome. Okay, Nate, you first.
Oh wow, really? Okay. I'm going to summon undead for to summon a ghast,
All right.
and I will have him. Let's see, ghast. I will summon him there next to me and have him attack the guy to the south east.
Okay.
That, yeah.
This one? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And he's going to full out attack with a bite and 2 claws.
Do it.
First attack is a 7. I'm sure it misses.
Yes, it missed.
The second attack with the claw is a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
For 3 points of damage, and he has to make a DC 15 Fortitude save or be paralyzed.
Nat 16. So he's not paralyzed. Lucky roll. All right.
And,
so wait, what was the damage?
Second claw, 3 points, but he's got 1 more claw,
Okay.
and he misses.
All right. Okay. Next is Jess.
And well, that was just
Oh, that was just the ghastly one.
Yeah. I'm going to attack the guy in front of me.
This one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I cast a spell. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So I was confused, but I was like, all right, I don't know, I'll let it go. All right, so Jess.
Okay. How far away is my group from Thad's?
I would say this is like maybe 40 feet. It's not very far
Perfect.
at all.
Okay, that's perfect because I need to just make sure I don't hit Thad. So for the record, Davy is like right up against me, so if I cast anything with like a range, he doesn't get hit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast Ice Storm, which is hail that deals 5d6 damage in a 40 feet cylinder.
Okay. Which way? Are you casting it like this way?
I'm going to assume around, like
Oh,
it
like
was a cylinder
around?
around me.
Okay.
That's how I read it.
Okay.
So it's 5d6. Hang on, I have to find that. For 20 damage.
20 damage.
I'm going to assume on each of anybody hit
And it's what's the range you said?
40 feet.
40 feet? Okay, yeah. All right, so I would say from well over there, the actual...
Which is why I was making sure Thad was not in the way.
Yeah. So, Thad, you turn around to see this cylinder of ice. There's like snow flurries and stuff circling around in like a tornado-like fashion. The fire goes out, and you see all three of those guys take a heaping amount of damage, and they're like shivering. They look very, very weak. They're barely hanging on. Awesome spell. But yeah, they're still up, but they're like having a hard time. Like they're like shivering from the cold. It looks like they're about to just fall down at any moment. With that,
Does Davy get an attack too?
yes, he does.
Okay, let me also see if I have a second attack or not real quick. I'm not sure if I'm there yet. I do have a second action. Does that count?
Well, you cast a spell.
Okay, I don't know how spells work usually.
That was a good one.
Thanks.
But yeah, but Davy, yeah, he gets an attack.
Okay, so Davy is going to. Sorry, I've never used a dog before, so I'm looking at it real quick.
That's all right.
Is going to bite the guy to my left.
All right.
I'm using my mouse to point at him and realizing you can't see that.
This one.
Yes. So he does 1d4 plus 1. So he does 5 damage on the guy to the left.
All right. So Davy jumps on him, and you see him just clamp on and just bite. Whoop, wrong one. Bite the guy. Anyway, he kills him. Suspense gone. I don't know which one it is though. Not that one. No, I think it's. Nope. It's gonna be the last one.
Can you like click on him? Yeah.
All right. So he just clamps down, like just biting his neck, and it just blood's going everywhere, and he's just strangling him. And
Toss him to the side.
the bandits are, it's now their turn, so they're going to attack. So the one beside you, Maya, is going to attack you for, that was a very, very high roll, for 23 to hit.
That definitely hits.
For 8 points of damage.
Okay, that's not too bad.
And
We need to let out, but
this one's going to run up around here, and he's also going to attack for 17 to hit.
oh, hang on. Gotta pull that up again. Yeah, it hits. I have a 14.
For 11 points of damage. Nate, I gotta see which one this is. Okay, that one. So this one's gonna run up and try to hit Thad. Are you on the pony still?
Yes, I'm on the pony, and I also have a active radius of fear going. He has to succeed a DC 18 will save. or becomes shaken.
Okay. All right. 17. So no, not him. He is
So
shaken.
he'll take a -2 to attack, saves, and skill and ability checks, but he can still attack and do stuff.
Okay. All right. -2 to attack. You said.
Yeah.
So sure, 14 probably doesn't hit you, does it?
Nope.
All right. So the next one, see if he got a net 19. So I think he passes the fear thing.
Yep.
All right. So, but I don't think he actually is going to hit you. 17 hit.
Nope.
Okay. And so he'll be. Oh, that one's going to run up on this side. But make sure I got the right one. Oh, that's that one up there. Why the hell did I number these? Okay, so they're all like right up on you. This last one, is he afraid?
Remember, there's the ghost thing there too, the gas,
Oh,
the
okay.
ghoul.
All right, well, I'm trying to see if he passes. Okay, so this one did not pass the fear effect. So he'll attack the ghoul. Ooh, I think he might actually hit it. Even with the -2, it's 20, not net.
Yep.
Okay. For 13 points of damage. And Thad, your turn.
All right. The ghast also has a stench ability.
Okay.
Creatures within 10 feet must succeed a DC 15 Fortitude save or become sickened for 1d6 plus 4 minutes.
Okay. All right. So what? This one. Hold on. I was pointing at it. This one got a 17. The middle one actually got a nat 20, and that one is a 19. So those 3 high rolls on those. So what was the DC again?
15, so they're all good.
All right. So we'll just say they like the little handkerchiefs they got on. They're maybe covering that. Or put it on like a bandana to. And it's kind of faltering it as they're fighting through it.
And I'm going to command the ghast to attack the one that attacked him.
Okay.
With a full-out attack. It's a 18 to hit the first.
Yep.
He does. He does 8 points of damage, and he has to make a Fortitude save to keep from being paralyzed.
Okay. That's a 14.
He is paralyzed for 1d4 plus 1 for 5 rounds.
Goodness. All right.
And he's going to, when that guy's paralyzed, he's going to attack the other guy with his claws. And miss with the first. And a 15 to hit.
Negative.
I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Phantasmal Killer on the one to my like to the southeast, that middle one.
This one? Okay. Say since they're like close enough in range, they're gonna both get attacks of opportunity on that.
Okay.
See if they even hit. Okay, the middle one that you're casting it on does not hit you. Nope, both do not hit. Okay, so go ahead and cast.
I'm going to cast Phantasmal Killer, which, let's see, I have it. I just had it. Where'd it go? F-A... Oh, TH. I'm in the F.
What the F are you doing?
Oh.
Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Phantasmal Killer. Let's see. Alright, he has to make a will save. Let's see. You create a phantasmal image of the most fearsome creature imaginable to the subject simply by forming the fears of the subject's subconscious mind into something that its conscious mind can visualize. Let's see. The target first gets a will save to recognize the image as unreal. If that save fails, the phantasm touches the subject, and the subject must succeed on a fortitude save or die from fear.
Goodness. Alright. So that is a 20 not nat on the wheel.
Yep, he did it.
Oh.
Alright.
But now I'm going to command my pony to attack.
Okay. Okay.
And he's going to attack with a slam attack with a 22 to hit
Oh, yeah.
for 8 points of damage.
Alright. 8 points. Very nice. Okay, Maya?
Okay. So I do have a question. So
Yes.
when she purchased the sword, I just kind of said standard sword.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going with long sword, but since she is a half orc, do I scale that up to like a large size?
Yeah, she's pretty big.
Okay, so I should go with like the large hit die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sweet. So she's gonna take her sword and try and go for both of them, but I'm going for the further south one primarily.
Okay.
So that's... Oh, what is her attack bonus? I'm clicking all of the wrong things. So that's a 20 not natural.
Alright. That hits.
Sweet. And then large does 2d6. She gets a strength bonus on a melee weapon attack, doesn't she?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. So that is 7 damage then.
Okay, how you want to do it?
Oh, hell yeah. So if it was not natural, can she just like go straight through him and hit the other guy too? Or no?
You get 2 attacks?
Yeah.
I would say you could go ahead and roll another attack, see if you hit the other guy.
Okay. I might not hit the other guy.
Alright, so that guy's gone. Alright.
Wait, hang on. It's a 9 to hit. That's not going to hit.
No, it doesn't hit, unfortunately. Alright, but the first
I get
guy,
stuck on his spine. It's fine.
yeah, you're trying to cleave through the guy, and it just kind of gets jammed. And the guy sees it coming. The first guy just drops in 2 pieces, and the sword swings around, and the guy just barely misses it. Davey.
Can I use a bonus action to say something to him?
Sure.
You know, I was going to try and help you guys get jobs, but you just had to go and turn on us like this. Should have just made friends.
He just like grimaces at you and just looks in horror as his friend just get cleaved in half and just like lets out a battle cry. And it's Davey's turn.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Still getting used to that. So his... Wow, okay. Okay, so he rolls at 18 to hit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That hits.
And then that is 4 damage.
And that one is dead as well. Nope, not that
That's what
one.
you get for grimacing at his mom.
So Davy's clearing house. Yeah, that ice spell did a bunch of damage, but yeah, so he
I know, it was great, right?
just freaking cuts through that guy's throat. So he's dead. You turn around and see that he's got some people down here that are looking pretty worse for wear.
We don't have a bonus to move further south right now, do we?
No, I would say not. That's probably the end of the turn. And
Okay.
then, all right, so they are going to, well, these other two are going to attack Nate. One's still paralyzed. So the first one here got a 19, but he still has the -2 thing, so 17 does not hit you, I believe, right?
Right.
Okay, and the middle one does an 18 hit you?
Nope.
Okay, so they both miss, so it's back to your turn.
All right. The Gask is going to attack that first guy
Okay.
with a 23 to hit.
Yes.
9 points of damage and DC 15 fortitude save to keep from being paralyzed.
For wait, which one? This one? Or
Yeah,
this
the
one?
middle one.
The middle one. All right, so I got to
Yeah.
roll. I rolled a nat 17.
So it's good. He's going to attack with his claw.
By the way, how much damage? I missed that. Was it 5? Is that what you said?
9.
9. Okay. All right. Yeah, he's looking extremely rough.
And the first claw misses, and the second claw is a 13 to hit.
No.
That misses. I'm going to command my horsey to attack the guy on the farthest left-hand side
Okay. All right.
with a 16 to hit.
Just barely misses.
All right. And I'm going to cast Chill of the Grave on the far left-hand side guy,
All right. So
which
those,
deals
all right, well, those two would get a attack, but go ahead and tell how much it deals.
the 27 points of damage.
Okay. All right. Looks like what does that actually do? Like, what is the range and all that stuff?
Let's see, a pale ray erupts from your pointing finger. I gotta make a touch attack. I didn't realize that. Okay. So it's 23 against his touch AC.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, the one on the far left.
Okay. Oh yeah, that definitely touches.
Yeah,
And
so he takes 27 points of damage.
yeah, I'm guessing it just obliterates the guy. There's just nothing left. So let me find out which one. Not that one. Yep. All right. So he's gone. Maya.
So we're gonna move further south to those two guys.
Okay.
We're gonna go around to the right to get on the other side of them.
All right. Let's say you get there. Okay.
And then I am gonna go for him with my the further north one, the top one, with my sword.
All right.
Ooh, that may not hit, but I'm not. I don't know her bonuses off the back of my head yet. So that is a 13 to hit.
13 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay, well I'm gonna go for my second attack because I'm
Oh.
really pissed. What?
Oh wait,
Paralyzed.
yep. Sorry, he is paralyzed. Sorry. that
Okay,
one.
well you can't waste that because my second attack is a nat 20.
Okay, we'll take the nat 20.
Okay, thanks.
Actually, no. Go ahead and use. I'll let you use your first one because I forgot that on that one. Because there's a reason, and then your nat 20 will be for your second attack.
Okay, and then that is 9 damage on that guy.
All right, so that guy's dead,
Sweet.
and then your nat 20 will be for the second attack.
I'm so sorry, little dude.
So roll a crit confirm.
And okay, crit confirm. Oh, it's a 19.
Okay, I would say yeah, it definitely is.
So does that
Wrong one.
on a longsword? Does that double the damage?
I'm almost. Yeah, I think it's just double the damage.
Okay, sweet. So it does 20 damage.
Okay, so for this one, you actually do cleave right through that guy, and then an upward motion go up, and then lop the other guy's head right off.
Oh, so I was gonna go straight through the other guy, come down, and then come right up through the groin and just cut through like lateral up in half.
Okay, wow. All right, so Thad, you
So
see
he
this?
just falls like in half, so that it's just Thad looking at me from the other side.
All right, roll a charisma check for Thad. Wow. Is she?
Oh, wait, me roll a charisma or him roll a charisma?
I'm guessing. Yeah, I think that would be a very thing that would make Thad fall head over heels for you.
Let's see here. That is... It's a 19.
It's a 19, so Thad, you see this beautiful orc face as a bandit's body is split into, falling to each side, and it's like the whole world has been opened up to you. As the veins and blood and stuff spews all over her face. You're just enamored.
I freaking love you.
I'll fucking kill you.
That makes him love you more. Alright. And with that, you guys, as this awkward exchange just happened, you hear the dog begin to growl, and the ground begins to shake just
Cyclops time.
ever so slightly. You guys, let's do a, what do I want you guys to do here? I'm trying to make sure I'm doing this right. I don't want you to, okay, do a reflex check for both of you guys first off.
Oh no, that's gonna be bad. It's a 5.
Okay.
The 20, not net.
Okay. So, Davy and Maya and you guys go ahead and roll a strength check for you and the dog.
Can I roll it with advantage for Davy, not for Maya, but just for Davy because he was already growling at it?
Yeah, he was already growling. Yeah, that's a good point. Go ahead and do that. Thad,
Okay, well Davy rolled a freaking nat 20.
all right, well, Davy's good. You go ahead and roll your strength check, and Thad, the pony that you're on, as you try to command it to move, you realize it's not moving at first. So you actually, at this point, you look down and you see these black tentacles beginning to come out of the ground, and they are engulfing the pony as it's letting out what screams it has in its necromantic form. Would you like to stay on it or jump?
I'm gonna try to jump to the nearest tree if that's possible.
Probably not right here.
And yeah, I'm gonna try to jump off of it away from the tentacles.
All right, jump. Then let's do a let's just do like a dexterity check to see how fast you could get to a tree and then do a climb. Because as you get off of it, you realize it's coming around in a big freaking area. These tentacles. What was your strength check, Maya?
19.
19. Okay, Jess, you are now being grappled by these tentacles as well.
I'm assuming a 19 did not beat it.
It did not.
Wait, so does that qualify as like a plant creature?
Negative. This is like a. It's not as you look at it. It looks like it's magical in form. It's not like vines or anything.
Okay. I'm working on that.
And you take 4 points of damage because it's kind of constricting as it's kind of wrapping around you. And Nate, what'd you get on your dex stuff?
That one.
Okay. With that, you kind of trying to run. You stumble with the nat 1, fall down, make a strength check.
That's 18.
All right. So, okay. You're now being entangled by the forms as well. It's wrapping you up since you're on the ground. It's making it quite easier, but you only take 2 points of damage. It's starting to constrict. You guys look over as the vines begin to hold you up, and you guys see this gigantic of a cyclops towering over the trees with a big club. And that is where we're going to end tonight.
Nice.
Sweet.
So Davy is hopefully going to save you.
Well, if you're grappled, can you still do magic?
I would say your hands are probably free.
Yeah.
Then I have a plan as well.
Well, you have a good little while to think about it.
Yeah.
But it's like the majority of my spells are touch spells. So like being grappled is like the best thing for me.
Yeah.
If it's a creature, if it's a spell, then it's just it doesn't do anything. But
Yeah.
Yep. Good times. Let's stop this